Hello, it's Rafael Franco here. Today I'm going to talk about the possessive form in the English language. It's just an introductory class, so we'll discuss how we express possession among nouns in their singular and plural forms. Alright, in English, to say that a thing belongs to someone or something else, we have two ways. First, we can use the word of. So let's say that this left column here is the of column. In the first example, we have a boy, and this boy has a ball. So we could say the ball of the boy. It's pretty easy, but this is not the most common way of saying that. The second way of expressing possession is by using an apostrophe s. So the rule is, if the noun is in its singular form, we add apostrophe and an s to it. Now, if it is in the plural form and it ends in s, then we just add an apostrophe. So in this case, we would say the boy, apostrophe s, so the boy's ball. Alright, now in the second example, we have two boys, and they have a ball. So we would say, using of, the ball of the boys. Now the other way of saying that would be the apostrophe rule. So now it's the word boy is in its plural form. It ends in s. It's boys. So we say the boys, and we just add an apostrophe. Ball. Alright, and in the last example, instead of one ball, we have two balls. Nothing changes actually. So we say the balls of the boys, or the boys, and we add an apostrophe, balls, the boys' balls. Alright, now let's use another example. Instead of boys and balls, now we have a witch, and this witch has a broom. So we could say the broom of the witch. Or, using the apostrophe rule, we would say the witch apostrophe s broom. And we read the witch's broom. In the next example, instead of one witch, we have two witches. So we say the broom, they're sharing it, right? It's just one broom. The broom of the witches, or the witches, we just add an apostrophe. And why is that? Because it's a plural ending in s. So the witches apostrophe broom. Cool. Let's keep going. Now, what if the word ends in s? Say class or bus. We are talking about the passengers of the bus. So we say the passengers of the bus. Or we could say the bus, it's a singular noun, so the bus apostrophe s passengers, sorry. Alright, but how do we read that? We say the bus's passengers, so this is different because of the apostrophe s. The bus's passengers. What if instead of one bus, we had two buses? The passengers of the buses, or the buses. It's a plural noun ending in s, so the buses apostrophe passengers. Alright, let's move on to irregular plurals. So now, instead of having a boy or a girl, let's say child. How do we express possession in this example? We could say, so this child here has a bow and an arrow. So we say the bow and arrow of the child. Or we could use apostrophe s. The child's bow and arrow. Now in the following example, instead of one child, we have two children. The bow and arrow of the children, or the children apostrophe s. Why is that? Because it is a plural noun, but it does not end in s, so we add apostrophe s to it. So it's the children's bow and arrow. It's a little bit different. Let's just give one more. Now we have a mouse, and this mouse has a cheese, alright? So if we're talking about the cheese, we could say the cheese of the mouse. Or the mouse apostrophe s, so the mouse's cheese. The plural of mouse is mice. Now we have two mice sharing a cheese. So it's the cheese of the mice. Or, using the same rule, the mice apostrophe s, because it's a plural that does not end in s, so we add apostrophe s. The mice's cheese. And now let's write a summary about it. So if we have a singular noun and we want to express possession, what do we use? We add apostrophe s, right? So we add apostrophe s. Now, if instead we have a plural noun that ends in s, we add just the apostrophe. And if we have an irregular plural that does not end in s, say mice or children, geese, then we add the apostrophe s again. That's all. It's pretty simple. Thanks for watching, and keep up the good work.